Hello and welcome to the top 5 Path of Exile Ascendancy builds. Here are the rules. One build per main skill. It must be a build guide, but I can only use the videos of people who gave me explicit permission to use. I will not use anybody else's video without explicit consent. So let's start. Number 5. Me! The 95% chance to create Flicker Striker. This is an awesome build if you don't want to use too much control of your character, because you're gonna flicker strike all over the place. He has a huge potential for massive damage. It's a little bit fragile, but hey, it's a lot of fun to play. It relies obviously on the critical strike chance from ambush and assassinate in the Ascendancy passive skill point. Then of course it goes all the way to every single possible critical strike chance point, and using daggers, clearly. It's a number 5 because it's not the best build possible. You will not probably survive several boss encounters, so it's a lot of fun to play, to clear maps, not so much good to face bosses. But hey, it's a lot of fun. At number 4 we have the Chaos Incinerate build, Occultist Witch, from Path of Exile builds. A very powerful build, and those 10,000 energy shield will keep you safe in most of the situations. Of course you have to stand still to cast, and you know, if you stand still and cast for a little bit of time, you're gonna get more charges on your Incinerate, therefore you're gonna deal more damage. Very, very powerful. You can kill basically anything, a lot of resistances. It requires a little bit of currency to actually make this build effective. As you can see from the video, is now using the single target damage. He survived one blast, and of course he's using the Wither to increase the chaos damage taken from enemies. A very, very powerful build that requires a little bit of coins and time to actually perfect this. And hey, number 4 is a good spot. At number 3 we got the Lightning Arrow Ranger build from Equipment of Wargaming. Very powerful, yet very, very simple. With the Lionheart Glare, your hits cannot be evaded, therefore you can absolutely ignore any accuracy points. It furthermore relies on a critical strike chance and a critical strike multiplier. Here is his Lightning Arrow main skill, of course with greater multiple projectile, weapon elemental damage, as you're gonna deal, of course, lightning damage, physical projectile attacks, because they can get converted, and then faster attacks. Another plus point of this build is that the guy, equipped for war, really explains it very, very well, despite his accent. The number 2 has been covered by the Righteous Fire Val Molten Shell build by Lifting Nerd Gaming, or as I call it, The Walking Death. An awesome build because you can just walk through people, through enemies, and look at this. They will just die. He's a walking death. Anyway, he uses several tricks to trigger other skills. He's gonna explain you very, very well in his video. Just check it out. It's really cool. It takes a little bit of effort because you have to level with another build and then switch to this build in later levels. And it requires also some very expensive items. But it's worth it. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, at number 1 we have the Crit Infernal Blow Facebreaker One Punch build, or as I call it, by Landos Video Games. An absolutely freaking awesome build that will allow you to explode people all around you with just one punch, or as I said, the Fist of the North Star. It relies on the unarmed capability of the Facebreaker unique item. If you don't know what it means, don't worry, he's gonna explain you perfectly with his fantastic Italian accent. He has also managed to mitigate the effect of the Reflect, because as it being a physical damage, Reflect could be a problem, but he managed to go around it. And now it's, I'm not gonna say it's unstoppable, but it's one of the most awesome builds I've ever seen in Ascendancy, and it's absolutely worth checking it out. It is not the cheapest, it is not the most effective in the history of the Path of Exile, but bloody hell, it's a lot of fun. Boom, boom, bang, bang, everything dies. Awesome. Well, Thanks for watching my first top 5 of anything. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're not gonna bash me too hard on the likes, dislikes ratio and on the comments. Meanwhile, thanks for watching and don't forget to brew yourself.